back to him.
Dude, I was like, I can't wait for the second part. I need to see this.
Right?
It's so good.
Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to what feels like it's been a long time to Cafe Talk.
Has it been a long time?
Yeah, we haven't put out an episode in a while.
I mean, we've been doing like the crossover episodes with the couch potatoes.
We were with the couch potatoes.
Yeah, that's why we haven't been able to make our own podcast.
That's pretty fun.
It was great. Yeah. It was a new experience, and we all had a lot of laughs.
Yeah, but we're back in our own studio.
Definitely
chill vibes.
Yeah, with our fingers up our asses, and it feels good,
right,
baby.
Then, never mind.
We're on the road again, and going places that we've never been. Seeing things that we may never see again.
No, Victor, we're gonna get copyright strikes.
It's not that good. I'm not that good.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, well,
that like 0.2 seconds that you were amazing is what they're gonna take from us.
It's like that 1 microsecond that the pitch was perfect, and it was like, that's it.
Yeah.
Copy strike. Well, welcome back everybody to another episode of Cafe Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate you tuning in. And we have a very special episode for you today.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very special.
Ooh.
You know why?
No.
I don't either, but I'm hoping it's special. See, Jolene, what part of you fake it till you make it don't you understand?
Okay,
now you're cutting it through the fourth wall here so that everybody understands that we're not that special.
You know what, Victor? You were setting up like a bit. I was going along with it, and you just like flopped at the last minute. You could have been like, well, you know what? Every day is special. But no, you were just like, I don't know.
Well, how do you know that everything I just said wasn't part of my bit? How do you know that everything I just said didn't go exactly as I planned it to go?
How do you know this isn't a bit? Bitception.
It's a bit within a bit. We need firemen. We need ladders because only firemen can create ladders within a bit to get out of that bit.
Right.
All right, Jordan. So, what do we have in store today? And
this is another one of those episodes where we have no idea what to do. So, in the spirit of YouTubers
and the spirit of Halloween,
we turn to Reddit. We turn to Reddit to give us ideas.
In the spirit of YouTubers.
We're gonna be answering some questions from r/askreddit.
Okay, all right. So, just some context.
Mm-hmm.
You have been really on Reddit. Like you have discovered the magic of Reddit.
Yep.
Where I myself want to, but I have. Well, I mean, I went on Reddit before you did, but you were the one that was able to unlock its secrets. I was more of like, I don't understand this. I'm getting the fuck out. And then you came over. You came into my life. You shone this bright light. You showed me the way, and you became my rock.
All right. It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
All right. So what questions do you have in store for me, Jolene? What are we?
So this one is from Akiva E, and they ask, "You suddenly appear on stage on America's Got Talent. 1,000 people are wow."
Hey, that did not come out. 1,000 people just wow.
1,000 people are clapping and cheering. The crowd goes silent, and Simon Cowell tells you to start. What talent do you perform?
Oh, that's hard because I'm talentless. So how dare you spring this question on me?
I don't know, Victor. Just what do you got? What are you gonna tell the people?
I know my talent. My talent would be to pop up a chair, a desk, right, and then I bring out my laptop in front of this crowd, and then I look at Simon Cowell dead in the eye, and I talk to him and be like, "Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cafe Talk. I hope you're all enjoying your beautiful day, and I'm here on the stage of American Idol. Is it American Idol or America's Got Talent? Then fucking America's Got Talent doesn't have Simon Cowell.
Yeah, he does.
No, it doesn't.
Is that Britain's Got Talent? One of them has Simon Cowell.
I think it's Britain's Got Talent. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't
maybe
seen
he was
that
in
one.
The beginning.
I doubt it because I know Simon Cowell is like strictly American Idol.
Whatever,
but
Simon Cowell.
pretty much that's what I'm saying. Just the podcast is my talent, and I'm not even that good at that.
All right.
So, fucking, what's your talent, Jolene? What would you bring out? What would you start strumming your guitar? Start stroking your dick? What would you do? Simon Cowell might like the second one.
I'd probably do the same thing. Get the laptop out, but then I'll start playing Overwatch.
Oh.
At least I'm like, kind of decent at Overwatch.
Fuck it with Reinhardt?
Yeah, I'll just play. Well, he's like kind of dead in the meta right now, but still.
What? Dead in the meta?
Yeah.
Why? What do you mean? Like he's not that good? Like they buffed him? They nerfed him?
No. They like buffed everybody else, especially the attack people. So shields and like stuff like that don't really work right now.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, the meta like changes.
Yeah, I know. With every season.
Yeah.
All right. So you would show him your Overwatch
I'll just
skills?
play video games.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'm pretty good at that.
And then he'll be like, you know what, you fucking suck. Get off the stage. And I'll be like, well, screw you, Simon Cowell.
You're a fucking disgrace. All right. Why? How dare you waste my time? Come over here and show all these people some useless talent.
Yep.
And then and you just try to be nice. You get up and you're like, thank you very much. You just go off crying.
Oh man, my dad is like obsessed with watching America's Got Talent clips.
Oh really?
Yeah, he like loves them.
Honestly though, I have been on YouTube and just watched those clips of like really good people, and I myself like get lost in it for a while, like for a solid hour, just watching clips nonstop. There's some good stuff out there, man.
I know the people are very talented.
Yeah. Okay, like just a little quick one. Have you heard of this guy named Tate Face?
No.
So it's just a random dude. Like the first time I watched him, it didn't make sense to me. I found it kind of stupid. It's really just like it's just funny. You know what I mean? It's a dude. It looks like an emo dude. When you think of emo, that's how he looks, with just black tape over his mouth.
Talk. Okay, I know who he is.
Yeah, and then he like brings the judges or brings props into his act, and then just makes something funny out of them.
Oh, this is a pretty good one.
So I got lost in that. Well, okay, go for it. Next question. Next question.
All right, I gotta. Thank you, Victor. I gotta edit that. I can make it softer.
We've been loud this whole time.
All right. Anyways, this one's a kind of a thinker. So this one is from Shell Monterey, and it's what bathroom graffiti has really stuck with you.
That's hard for me to answer because I haven't seen much bathroom graffiti.
I know you don't really go out much.
Wow.
I'm just saying,
you're just gonna sandbag me like that? No, I mean even when I do use the public bathroom, well, I don't when I do go out, I don't use the public bathroom because I don't like shitting in that disgusting toilet. Like I just take a whiz, and most of the adult bathrooms, I mean the men bathrooms, have that urinal, so fucking I don't get a chance to see that graffiti going on, you know what I mean? Ooh.
Damn.
That surprised me, baby. Did your laptop just turn off?
No, the screen just went to sleep.
There is no bathroom graffiti that I've seen that in person that stuck with me. there is a meme of a bathroom graffiti that stuck with me, and it was just something like, I found it kind of funny, but now it's just worn out. The whole "Don't beat me up, Scotty, I'm taking a shit," and it just like scrolls all the way up. And I was like, that's
pretty good.
That's funny. I like it. What about you? What have you seen that stuck with you? Now that you actually go out to school, and I know in school they
honestly the one that I remember, because I was actually like, I can't believe this shit's actually real. Is I was at a rest stop outside of Bakersfield. Or a gas station outside of Bakersfield when I was on my way to Berkeley.
Okay.
And I went to go use the restroom because I like really needed to take a dump. And there was one of those like, hey, looking for a fun time? Call this number.
Oh, really?
And then like underneath, they're just like, yeah, we had a good time. And I was just like, what the fuck? Are they just like people who go there and like write their numbers that live near the area?
And they actually like respond to random people calling them? That's funny. Well, I mean, I did see something like that, but it wasn't in a bathroom stall. It was in, funny enough, it was like in one of those barrels that you age wine in.
Oh.
And it was in the back of like a classic truck. It was really nice. It was really pimped out, and the number was just on the bottom of the barrel, and the barrel was on its side. And it just said, if you want for a good time, call blah blah blah. But then underneath that was like the advertisement for the winery. So I was like, oh, it's just, I see. It's just an advertisement itself for the wine.
All right, Victor. This one is from I don't know the fucking name. I love Ohio fall sizes.
Let me see.
It's a top one.
Oh, come on, Jolin. How do you not know that?
What?
It's I love Opie of all sizes.
Oh.
Meaning I love boobs of all sizes.
No, I didn't.
You don't know what oppa is?
No.
Senpai, sensei, oni-chan.
No.
I don't know what else. That's all I heard.
Wow. All right. Anyways, the question is, you text your crush that you like her, but she texts back, aw, and hasn't replied for a week and still counting. What do you do?
Give up, move on. Like, what do you expect me to do? What the fuck? Like, just move on. She clearly is not interested. She just says aw. Like, what type of response is aw? Like, okay, clearly my fucking. Wait, what does it say? What does it say that I did? That I sent
You
her?
texted your crush that you like her, but she texts back in quotations, aw, and hasn't replied for a week and still counting. That means it's been more than a week.
Why the fuck am I still dreading over this? after a day, after 24 hours of not responding, I would just fucking. I wouldn't have blocked her number, but I would have just not talked to her anymore. I would have moved on.
I feel like a 14-year-old who's in this situation asked this question.
Right? And they're like, what should I do? It's already a week, dude. Like, move on. Jeez. I understand, though. When you're in high school, like, getting over crushes is much harder because, like, either you see them every day or, like, you know, that's all you have going on in your life.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's much harder. I understand, but like the best thing to do is just move on. If you do interact with them, just remember they're just friends. Like, treat them as a friend, and hopefully find someone that's much prettier or much more interesting to you, to get another crush on them,
and who actually cares about your feelings.
Exactly. Because, like, clearly she doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, she clearly does not share the same crush towards you as you have towards her. So.
I know. Screw this hypothetical person. God, I'm getting mad already.
It's really upsetting. But, yeah, that's
because it happened to me before. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. A week is too long. Like,
see, what you got... All right. On the complete opposite spectrum, what you got to do is you got to get that tan trench coat and a big ass boombox and go to her house and play Peter Gabriel
and just hold that boombox over your head as long as you can,
and then you see that she'll come to the window, but then like your friend from the same class that you're not really good friends with but
goes to the same window.
You have like a couple encounters with, like, comes to the window as well, and then they just both shut the blinds.
Damn,
that's from South Park.
I know. Just token.
I know. It's, token right here, buddy.
Yeah, just move on. Just let it go. You find someone better. That's
all right. This one is from Zaydid.
Sorry. Hold on. Just for the fans out there, just for anyone listening, if you don't make your own personal reply to the question, that just means we share the same reply, the same idea, right? Same mentality.
Pretty
on the
much.
question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like.
Or I mean, I'll probably just say like, yeah, same.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because like just because on that last question we had the same mentality, so it didn't really need a response from you as well.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
All right. So without saying the title, what's your favorite show? But I'm gonna change it to movie.
Oh, favorite movie? You're gonna change? Oh, little twist over here.
I know. Sorry, Zayd, but we don't watch TV.
Yeah.
Well, kinda.
Well, not anymore. Well, it's.
I mean, I watch TV shows, but when they come out on Netflix,
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
All right, never mind. I'll do shows.
I already know which one.
I feel like say.
Yeah, because you said Netflix, so I already know.
Yeah, but there's a lot of shows on Netflix.
Sorry. Okay, fine. I'll do a different one. Did it say describe it or just say name it without saying
saying the title?
So just describe it without saying the title?
Pretty much.
Okay, so my favorite show would be animated with the chosen one that ran away for 100 years and was discovered by a brother and a sister that go out on an adventure to help him unlock his true potential and then hopefully defeat the ruling emperor at the moment that wants to rule the whole world and stop him from ruling the whole world.
I know this show.
And
I know this one.
Pretty much, this will give it away. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. That's my favorite show.
Ooh.
At least right now,
nice.
I like it a lot. Nice. What about your favorite show? Go for it.
It's a group of friends who get themselves or who put themselves into odd situations.
Oh, 16.
No. What? They put themselves into odd situations.
Okay.
And they're
Over the garden wall.
No.
Okay.
It's live action.
Oh, live action. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. I'm just gonna keep making suggestions until I get it right. Go ahead.
But I didn't make suggestions.
What?
Whatever.
But you already knew what I was gonna say.
Fine, whatever.
Why.
God, group of friends who like fucking put themselves where they don't need to be, and they feel like they're there to solve all the town's problems.
Scooby Doo.
Pretty close.
Really?
No. Yeah. I mean, yes.
In a way.
In a way.
Oh, I know.
It has a dark theme to it,
Yes.
even though the original source material isn't. It's very like happy-go-lucky.
Riverdale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually really like Riverdale.
Yeah.
Though I feel like the newer seasons kind of just, I don't know.
It's tanking off a little bit.
Yeah, they're stretching the story too much, trying to interject that like dark theme into everything when it's just like,
maybe some things don't need to be dark.
Mm-hmm.
No, I understand. Yeah, from what you described it to me, like from what you've seen or what you like, it sounds very interesting, and it's just not my cup of tea for some reason. Or maybe it would be if I gave it a shot, but like kind of hyping myself up to it isn't there. The motivation isn't there.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool.
All right, we're gonna end this segment off with a pretty nice joke. With a pretty nice one.
Oh, okay, pretty nice question.
This one comes from Mac Costello.
Okay, what you got?
And it's what small gesture could someone do to brighten someone else's day?
Oh, so it's not brighten up my day, but just brighten up their day.
Yeah, someone else's.
That's I don't know. That's very difficult. Like, I guess just in the context or in the situation that you're in, like that's what I need. Like, I need a little more information, like what situation we're in, what location. Other than that, I guess just like, let's say you're in a coffee shop. That's the easiest thing that comes to me. A small token, of kindness that you could do would be to buy the person behind you drink. You know what I mean? Their drink, or at least pay enough that it gives them a large discount. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna go buy your coffee, you buy like a regular latte, which is like $3. And you don't know what they're gonna get, so you tell the cashier, look, here's $10. There's my let's say my total is like $5 or $6. The rest use that to subtract it from the person behind me's like total amount. And there you go. Like, you gave them a discount. That's kindness. You know what I mean? And then just tell them, like, pass it forward. Don't worry about it. And then a kindness like that always has a ripple effect, where it's like it makes their day brighter a little bit, because like a random stranger just showed them kindness like that. So in the end, like it spreads that happiness within themselves, which hopefully later on throughout the day makes them feel like wanting to do something nice for another person as well.
All right.
And yeah, that's the smallest thing I could think of right now.
All right, fair enough.
What about you, Jordan? What comes to mind?
Ooh, I feel like the smallest gesture that someone can do, would be like to give another person that hug. That like it really feels like a good
real
hug.
Yeah,
like a really good hug, and it kind of lasts like a little longer than just one of those like, hey, what's up?
Or even like, it's not even that weird awkward side hug that people give. I hate those.
Like, I feel like if you just give someone like a genuine hug and they're like, whoa, what was that for? And it's just like nothing. You know,
just sharing the love.
Exactly. Like, I feel like that's the smallest thing like someone can do.
Honestly, that's great. It actually does help a lot.
Yeah, because you're just like, oh, like, so I feel loved.
So quick story. Speaking of that, you made me remember high school time. We had this what is it, a counselor or a dean? The dean.
Yeah, he was a dean.
He was a dean. That he would just patrol the lunchroom area, and while me and our friend Edward from the Couch Potatoes, we were just walking around going to our usual spot where we hang out, he saw me and he just comes up to me, gives me a big old hug. And this dude is like 6 feet tall, so he was much bigger than me.
Yeah, he's like really tall.
And he just gives me a big sincere hug, and I was like, thank you, like with a weird tone, kind of questioning. And he's like, It's all good, man. Like, it looked like you needed a hug. And like, even though at the moment I didn't feel like I needed a hug, after he said that, I was like, I really did need a hug. After that, I was like, it was really weird, but it did brighten my day. And I was like, thank you. That helped. But you're right, John. That's nice.
I feel like that's enough.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the next topic. My butthole, should it be bleached? Yes, no. Commenters, comment down below. Do you want to see it before and after pictures?
Oh my god. So speaking of that,
yes.
Like,
whoa, okay.
Because you brought it up. So before the episode, we were talking about the H3H3 podcast.
Oh yes.
And how like we're huge fans of it. We like listen to the podcast and stuff like that. So the most recent one was like Ethan Klein and Trisha Payton were like squashing the beef.
Oh yeah.
But something that I didn't know is that in a podcast before this one, Ethan was like talking about Trisha's like clit and stuff, how it's like fucking engorged and disgusting and shit.
Wait, he's seen it?
No, he was just talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Because she made a comment that like my clit is like bigger than your dick.
Oh, ew. Oh.
Yeah, so then he was just fucking like, you know, going along with it.
Uh-huh.
But then after like that episode went up, she actually like DM'd him a picture of her clit on Twitter.
Ew.
And he was like, he brought it up in that podcast and was like, I didn't need to see that. And she was like, well, you've been talking about it. You're fucking obsessed with it.
That is such a power move.
I know,
Holy
right?
fuck. Like, that is, like, especially since he goes, it's a joke. She was like, fine, you want to see it? Here.
Oh, my God. Just because you fucking brought that up, I was like, oh.
The balls on this chick. Holy
know.
crap. So, did Ethan say anything? Was it really engorged or anything like that?
I don't know. I forgot what he said. Damn, that was it.
I guess so.
It was a short one. Anyways, but anyway, what we had next.
That was a surprise, man.
I know.
I was not expecting that at all. Oh my gosh, that's nasty.
All right, so what we have next on our docket is we're gonna talk about this question that I came up with.
Oh, what?
Remember yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And
I remember.
it was like, what do you think is the biggest problem with like dating? Well, with our generation dating today, because you know how like millennials and Gen Zers get a bunch of crap from everybody else saying that, oh, we're snowflakes, that fucking we're antisocial and blah blah blah, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think it's like? I mean, if you can narrow down like a problem with dating in our generations, what do you think would it be?
That's a really tough question, and it's like, even though you've already told me this before, I didn't give it proper thought. Like, see, I gave it proper thought in a sense where I know the answer and I know what I want to say, but I didn't give it proper thought in formulating that answer. You know what I mean? Like actually structuring it exactly how I want to say it so that it's comprehensible and you know, it's not just constantly going into tangent and not really getting to a point.
I mean, if you want, I'll go first, say my answer or what I think.
No, yeah, definitely go for it. I was gonna say that right now too. I was like, do you mind just
could just think about it.
Yeah, go for it.
But the thing that I came up with, and like just some hindsight, or you know,
it's just our opinion.
If someone gets offended or like has a problem with my answer, know that I'm saying this from a position where like I've never actually dated, but I've been like looking to date people for the longest time. And honestly, like the thing that I came up with is that a lot of people our age are trying to find someone to basically like, you know, fix them or to help them through like their tough times. And usually like as soon as those are over, they're like, oh, I don't need this person anymore, and they break up.
Oh, that hits close to home, Joel. And holy crap, yeah, okay.
I mean, yeah, like I said, I've never really dated anyone, but looking back at like the people that I wanted to start a relationship with, I realized that I only looked at those people because they were actually like helping me through tough times. Yeah, and they were like this one constant in a time of uncertainty. Yeah, no, I'm saying it hits close to home, at least for me. Not because it's like it's controversial or anything like that. It's because you're right. Like I look back at my my last relationship, and it was literally about her
needing someone, and me being the only person. Yeah, me being the only person she had. Like, she had no friends, she had no family she could turn to, and I was the one that she would tell everything to. So she confided in me, and because I was actually in the pursuit of a relationship with her, I saw her interest in me as legit interest, like as a romantic involvement interest.
Yeah.
And I guess she like made herself believe that it was as well. So we started a relationship, and in the end, once she realized that she doesn't need me anymore, that she had other people, or at least that she wanted to move on because I already helped her through that tough time, and it was behind her. She was ready to go move on. She didn't know how to break up with me because I was still being kind to her. Yeah. I was still I had no fault in it, and I did nothing wrong. So she didn't break up with me for a long time, even after she was done with me. So in the long run, it hurt me more than, rather than just ending it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And I was dumb. I was naive. So it didn't end as good as it could have ended. But but yeah, you're very right. That like it really sparked that thought of like, holy crap, it makes sense. Yeah,
because going back to like what I was saying, that was kind of the transition that I had in college. Well, going to college. Mm-hmm. Like, I was in my high school and middle school. Well, basically, like, my love life up to that point, I was just, like, hopeless romantic who was fucking trying to find, like, a fairy tale ending when I was, like, 18. Which makes no sense.
Like by the time you were 20, you already wanted to be married and have that happily ever after.
Well, I know I didn't want to get married, but I wanted to be with the person that I was going to be with the rest of my life with.
Exactly, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so going to college, I was like, I don't want to be this person anymore. I just want to fucking, have fun. Like, not just fucking fuck around, be a manho or anything. But just, have fun, do whatever I wanted to do. If I wanted to go to a party, I go to a party. If I didn't want to be like hung up on one chick for another 4 years. Mm-hmm. And it worked. Like, I did a lot of like self-searching, and I did a lot of like being by myself and realizing the things that I like and I don't like. And it's like, I feel like I'm in a way better position now to be in a relationship than I was before. Mm-hmm. And where was I going with this? Oh, so the analogy that I thought of was like starting a relationship, which I don't know why the fuck my mic is facing upward.
Yeah, that's how you put it.
I put it like the other way, but whatever. The analogy that I thought of, I'll do it later. We'll go to break. The analogy that I thought of was like, it's like starting a relationship is kind of like building your own house. So like you have this idea of what you want, the things that you're trying to get out of it, ultimately what you want it to look like at the end. Mm-hmm. But then, it's going to take a lot longer for you to gather the resources and learn how to do things yourself and basically build this house from the ground up. When if you have someone else come in and help you, sure, it'll be easier, it'll be a lot more fun, but eventually, like, the image that you have in your mind of this house that you want is going to get skewed with the image that this person has for the house that they want in their mind. Yep. And like,
that kind of goes ultimately into my idea as well.
Yeah, ultimately, like with most relationships, they don't end well. So when they leave, it's like you have this jarred image of this house that you want, and it takes time for you to get back to originally what the house wanted to be. Yep. When you could have just built this house by yourself. Sure, it takes longer. Sure, it's going to be a more arduous process, but in the end, it's like the house that you built.
It's going to be something you're proud of. Yeah, and something that you would love to share with someone else.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a great analogy. Man, you're great at those, man.
I'm wise for my age, Victor.
I can't come up with that. Like, I try to if I try to explain the same process the way that you did right now, I would just talk so much nonsense. Then everybody would be like,
I did think about this a lot, Victor. This was like a shower thought that I had like during a 20-minute shower.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I guess my response is sort of similar to that house reference you explained right now, but in a way that the main issue that would be addressing our generation or mm-hmm. people from our generation. Take in mind, I don't have much experience either.
At least you dated a lot more than I have.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, sure, I might have dated a lot more girls than you, but it's not really dating. that I did. You know what I mean? Like what this question needs is someone who's experienced in relationships. You know what I mean? That they actually lasted for maybe a few months or maybe a year or so. You know, it's something you could call a relationship during school time. You know what I mean? Because after college or after high school, like a real relationship isn't something that, in my eyes, is something that lasts more than 2 years. That's what you could call a relationship. Other than that, you were just dating each other. But that's just my opinion. In high school, you know, if it lasts a year, that's a real relationship. That's long as fuck. And I don't have much experience with that. If anything, I've only been in like 3 relationships in my entire life. Sure, I dated quite a few girls, but they were more just like we dated for a week, you know, fooled around a bit, and then we ended things, like we moved on. And honestly, that's the best ones. Like trying to be in a relationship, like we sure you got to know this person more intimate, and sure you got to know them, but it hurt more than just being that one night stand for that person.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Sure enough. You feel dirty or whatever, but hey, you move on, you fucking meet someone who actually cares about you.
You take that 40-minute shower where you cry in the shower.
you wash away all the dirtiness. Yeah. So I guess my response to that question would be expectations, but not the traditional expectations that everyone thinks of, where it's like, oh, you know, this person has to have, you know, a money, this person already has to have a house, this person has to look this certain way for me to love them and for them to love me, you know, not that type of expectations.
Yeah.
The problem with our generation would be the expectations that were forced upon us in a way. Like, the best way I could describe it is forced upon us, from media, from movies, from our parents, from books that we read, from society itself, where as we were growing up, we were taught that we will eventually find that one person who is perfect for us, that they will love us for the rest of our lives, that they will be completely loyal to us, and that in turn we would have to be loyal to them. And that's what will make a great family. That's what will lead to children and a house and you know, just that perfect dream commercial. Mark, what is it? The greeting card company that makes those really Hallmark families. And that's the problem. That sort of like an example of what I'm trying to say is when someone who is graduating high school, right? Mm-hmm. They have this sort of expectation from everyone around them, from their counselors, from their teachers, from their family itself, and from themselves, to go to college, right? To go to a good college, a university, which will in turn get them a degree and get them a career that they want to do. But then there's a lot of students that face challenges where they don't have good grades, where they don't have the money, where the government doesn't help them, you know, get the money to go to college, and these expectations start crumbling, where they realize that life isn't going the way they wanted it to be, or life isn't going the way they were expecting it to be, and they start losing it. They start going into depression. They start feeling really bad about themselves. They start blaming everything on themselves or someone else. Mm-hmm. They start hating things. They start hating life. And eventually that's, you know, it's life. You learn to deal with it. You learn that just because you didn't get into college right after high school, it's not the end of the world. You can still go to college. You know, you can still learn. You could still go to job. You could go get a job and then take classes. Blah blah blah. You know, it's life. Like, just because your route is slower than someone else's doesn't mean you're going the wrong way. And it's the same with relationships. Many of us have this ingrained expectations that as soon as you meet someone, that they should love you, or at least that love is something that you feel by eye contact, and it's instant, and you feel it.
It's like that movie, like as soon as you guys make eye contact, the world like slows, and
exactly,
and it's just the two of us.
Yeah, and that in that instant, in that 1 second, you know for a fact that that's the person you're gonna spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah,
that we have that ingrained in us. So whenever we do meet someone, or whenever we have a crush on someone, we start we started imagining life with them already. We started imagining how our grandkids are going to be, or how our house is going to look, how many pets we're going to have, how many kids, all this other crap. And that's because of the expectations that were ingrained in us already. And when those expectations don't come through to fruition, that's when we start feeling bad about ourselves.
Yeah.
We start... Sorry, excuse me. Oh God. Damn. Oh, kill me.
What happens when you drink 2 monsters, man?
Hey, I'm not even done. That's like a monster and a quarter.
Oh my God.
And those expectations lead to, you know, you hating yourself, you thinking that you're not deserving of love, that you're thinking that there will never be someone out there for you. And it's true. There is not that special person specifically made for you. You're like, you have to become someone, you have to change into someone who, like, is deserving of, well, not deserving, but you need to change into someone who is acceptable, you know, not in your own eyes, with someone that you can love. Because
it goes back to that, like, if you can't love yourself, how do you expect other people to love you?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So you have to change into someone that you yourself love, and only by loving yourself will you love spending time with yourself. Mm-hmm. Will you be able to, like, construct that house that you were saying, you know, that where it takes time, but it's something that you're going to be proud of, and something that you wouldn't mind spending maybe the rest of your life by yourself like that. Yeah. And you're perfectly happy with that. And only then will you meet someone that you want to share this house that you finally built with them. Yeah. So it's like you're not looking for the perfect one. You're looking for ways to make yourself into the perfect one, is what I'm trying to say. You know, and only then have you actually broken out of these expectations that have been, like, chaining you down since birth. Yeah. Well, not since birth, but since childhood. Yeah. So I'm guessing that's my answer. The expectations are what's the problem with our generation. Yeah. And that only comes from my own experience and from what I've experienced through talking with friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it could be completely different for other people. I could be talking complete gibberish, but yeah, that's my opinion. I was just thinking... Sorry. Oh, no, sorry. Am I boring you?
No, I spent like all night trying to fix my computer for this.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I was just thinking about how, like, this, like, whenever we're on our podcast, it's so different from the fucking 2 podcasts that we did on the Couch Potatoes.
Or like, we actually just have a normal conversation, but with the Couch Potatoes, it was all jokes and laughs.
It was all jokes and laugh, and, like, it kind of got a little vulgar, and I don't know, it was weird. I was just, like, comparing it, like, damn.
Well, what do you see? No,
them Couch Potatoes are not good. They're not good influence for us.
Well, I was gonna say that. I was like, do you see it as a bad way, or do you see it as just like just different?
It's just different.
Yeah. Because I was like, if you wanted to be like that, we can be like that. Fucking bring in props, rubber chicken, but that's the thing. Like, it's what we decide to provide our beautiful listeners out there.
We were at the top of our game.
Those beautiful people.
Right now, where it's like a chill Sunday morning. Well, when we're recording it, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
But I mean,
kind of warm because all those raging fires in California.
Ooh, I know.
It's getting bad out there, people. Be careful. Try to survive.
Yeah.
Speaking of survival, I passed The Last of Us. Ooh. Finally. That's right. I am the one person out there who has never played The Last of Us until 1 week ago. I mean, I played it before, but I would only play, like, up to the high school area where you got into the high school.
Yeah, I think we talked about this.
Yeah, so I finally passed it all. I finally saw the ending. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And now I'm finally, truly, 100% excited for The Last of Us 2.
Ooh. Yeah. But it got postponed.
I know it did. But it didn't get postponed for, like, the release of the PS5. Like, next year. Like,
no, well, it got postponed from February to May, I think.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, and then the PS5 is supposed to launch in, like, the holiday season of 2020.
Yeah, like Black Friday, December, all that stuff. I doubt it, though, because most companies, when they release, or they have that release date for December 2020, that just means, like, hey, we're putting it all the way at the end of this year, so that way when we release it at 2021, you won't be that surprised. You get me?
Yeah,
I feel like that's their excuse.
But yeah, anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in. We're calling this an episode. It got pretty deep. It got pretty funny, but you know, it's what we do here on Jumblhoj.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's the episode right there.
I was like, "What are you doing with that stick, Victor?"
I'm about to beat your ass. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. You can check us out on Spotify and Anchor. But definitely Spotify is probably the easiest.
Yeah, for everybody to reach out there, but
for
it still
your
helps us out.
podcast needs on the go.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Comment down below on the questions that on the answers you would give for the questions that we asked from Reddit. Check out the r/askreddit.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good place to kill time.
Definitely.
And we love you.
We let us know your opinions on all these questions that we had just answered. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That helps us out on YouTube a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening in and tuning in on another episode. You
could also check us out on the Couch Potatoes if you haven't done that.
Yeah, we have two podcasts with them.
There you go.
Yep. So, thank you guys. See you on the next one.
Bye.
Stay beautiful.